What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Heck, fabulous followers, gang, gang. Ooh wee! I had an intense, excellent, and need to be shared session with my therapist today, and I am here to drop a quick summary because I know that I'm not the only one that needed to hear this. Like, comment, subscribe. Come right back. Peace.
No talking, let the slaughter commence. For those who claim king, but low-key softer than Prince. If we was talking cars, maybe Joker at best. And if so, Heath Ledger, I still lay him the rest.
All right, welcome back, fabulous followers. And I was just sitting here thinking, if you're new to the channel or you haven't watched some older videos, then you may or may not know that I personally suffer with generalized anxiety disorder, also known as GAD, which means I worry about everything 24/7, worry about worrying, which also led to major depression. So, my therapy sessions are largely surrounded around the anxiety, because what several people have told me, including this therapist, is that anxiety, when it overflows, is what triggers and offsets the depression. The depression is not a standalone in my life, or not the biggest issue, which a lot of times I felt it was, because I go into these crying spells where I just cry for days on end about everything, making people think that things or they are more important to me than they really are, because I'm just having these uncontrollable crying spells, and anybody around me just gets affected by that. So I'm currently doing sessions. Just started back 2 weeks ago, and this may be, no, I already think is the best therapist I've ever had. Before I left Nashville, I had an African American therapist, and I really felt like she was the best, because I felt like she should understand me more than anyone. Well, that was the complete opposite. She actually made me terrified and angry with therapy, and I didn't really know if I would ever trust another therapist. It was just that bad. Neither here nor there, because I love myself, I love the people around me, and I want change. I want better. I continue to fight. I continue to fight spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, and all of the above, most days at the same dang time. As we started today's session, I kind of asked her, why am I always so concerned about losing people and things to the point where I literally self-sabotage them? And where did I get that spirit? Like, was it really from my mom walking away? Is this really all about the relationship with me and my mom? Etc., etc. So one of the first things her and I began to discuss was this truth about me having a mindset of lack. And where that came from was my mom growing up and not having a lot, and so overcompensating with us as children. And even though I swore I wouldn't do it to my son, once my brother made me feel like it was a competition between him and my nephew, which was ridiculous, I began overcompensating financially as well, just to not make my son feel indifferent to my nephew. If I could have fast forwarded that clock, I would have done things differently. But so that mindset of lack originated just from how I was brought up. And then once I was put out and pregnant at 18, well, pregnant at 17, gave birth at 18, I struggled. I struggled bad as a single mother. I faced evictions. I faced repossessions. I faced putting stuff in storage and losing it. I was blessed to never have my lights or gas cut off, but we went about just about everything else. So I always learned it originally as me just being in survival mode. But the way this therapist describes it, and oh my God, I don't know if it's the fact that she lived with a father with anxiety or she's just great at what she does, because she was able to put this and a lot of other things into a perspective I had never heard before. So no longer survival mode, mindset of lack. And that's a dangerous mindset. The next thing we talked about is how I'm tired of pushing people away. I'm ready to run away from myself with them. I'm tired of being so hard on me, always looking at what's not done instead of appreciating what's been done, always looking at what I don't have instead of appreciating what I do have. And what I found out is the reason why I'm so critical on my son and my girlfriends and the people I'm in relationships with and my best friends is because they become an extension of me. I'm too damn hard on me, which makes me too damn hard on them. Because I live in a mindset of lack, I have these over the top expectations of myself and others. It's as bad as my parents of my 1-year-olds asking me why they don't talk more. The baby's one, for peace sake. When they learn how to talk good, y'all gonna want them to hush. But those expectations, and what I found that worked for me is routine and structure and routine and structure. But when you include other parties at work, in your relationship, as a parent, as a child, as a student, you you come off as controlling and as a dictator when you literally mean no harm. You just know that if you set this up how you think about it, you won't be so nervous and anxious. And the sad part about it is the whole reason why it matters that much is because we're overthinking everything in the first place, being hypersensitive to all the wrongs and nuances in this world. We want to decrease the probability of worry or error or issues. So we try to control it because y'all, when she got to this part right here, I mean, it was a bomb dropped, open mouth, wow, and aha moment all at the same damn time. You mean to tell me my mother and myself and my son have been generationally warped to think that judging is caring. Because we care about you so much, and you're an extension of ourselves, and we're always looking at what's wrong with us and what's needing to be done. We do the same thing to the people we love the most. It looks like beating them up and tearing them down and hating them, because judging has innately become our freaking love language. Who in their right mind wants to stay to endure that? I'm tired of me. I've wanted to break up with me several times. And don't get me wrong, even though this is labeled a letter to my exes, there were some things that were in those relationships as to why there couldn't be a forever anyway. But the beauty of me recognizing my peace lets me know that I can go on and cause less collateral damage in my future. I had already said when I met the woman that I felt like was for me, I was going to do so many things differently. And I plan to continue that. My stupid self pulled a self-sabotaging moment and almost lost the opportunity to potentially receive the love I know I deserve. We both going through some closure. It is going to take time. But boy, am I happy that I can get rid of this love language and work towards a healthier future. Oh my God. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out because I really want to get it uploaded tonight. I probably won't even do too much editing. Hopefully it wasn't necessary, because this message was so powerful for me, and I pray that it will be so powerful for many other people. If you don't share nothing else in my playlist, channels, videos, share this one. Because a lot of people have been hurt by hurt people. A lot of people are living with the mindset of lack. A lot of people have been conditioned to the awful love language of judging as caring. It is okay what you didn't do, as long as you continue trying to do what you can. It is okay for what is not done when you have given no praise to what is done. You are as strong as everybody says you are, and don't ever forget it. In closing, my call to action is this. Be kind to others. Be open and non-judgmental. Listen to hear, not to respond. Love on everyone who matters to you, but love on yourself even more. Namaste.
Heavy violin, that's minute trips to the trip, trip when you slide in. Heavy riding, don't hesitate when you in it, cause you know I get you. Like it when you bite, just keep talking about it. We think too often about it, we can't just be cautious about it.